Today is December 10th. This is the XANA AMA DAO session, English version. Thank you for coming. This week, we have several updates. Now, we are having huge upcoming release, which is the Astroboy. We are counting down till the date of the release. Then release date will be the December 24th. And we are almost like 2 weeks ahead, right? We are already doing this some like daily countdown to the release date. This Astroboy Okayama is such a beautiful images in behind of the Astroboy character. This is really attractive. There's several cities collaboration with the local government upcoming following this Okayama, but it's gonna be in the next year. This is the beginning of the new series. We're very exciting, and we're trying our best to implement the Astroboy series into the NFTDuel for you guys to start using those cards into our GameFi. I cannot really exactly say exact date. I'm trying the best to fix the date within the next week before its launch. So that's gonna be probably the best. I really hope that we can start our next test league with the Astroboy card as well. As you know, now we only have an ULTRAMAN card in the test league. We know the Astroboy holder is holding the NFTs such a several months. Now I think it's good time to start involving the Astroboy card as well. Thank you guys for waiting. We are almost ready to do that. We already can provide the demos. We'll try to show you guys some demo of the Astroboy cards battle in the NFTDuel and somewhere in the next week. Hopefully we can implement that within this month. And so this is happening, the launch of the NFTDuel Okayama is happening on December 24th. And we're gonna probably have the pre-order session just like we did in the demo. For some of you guys who are not available at the minting date but you have a whitelist, then this is gonna be really helpful for you because you can pre-order this NFTs ahead of time, probably a couple days earlier than minting date at least. We're trying our best to do it in at least week ahead, but latest couple days ahead. So yes, we're gonna announce exact pre-order date very soon. I think probably you can pre-order maximum of 2 NFTs per whitelist, I believe. If you have 2 whitelists, then you could probably pre-order 4 NFT pack as maximum. Okay, so that's how the pre-order work. And I think as the same as before, we're trying to have little bit of the whitelist purchase unlimited session at the minting date, and maybe half hour later, 1 hour later, we're gonna probably start the public sale so that anyone who don't have the whitelist can even start buying in. That's what we are planning right now, and maybe we're gonna involve one partner at this time because we couldn't do it in the last time. So one of the partner from the previous announcement might be able to join this time. So we will see. We are still in the discussion. If not, then only the XANA platform will sell it. And if they can, then we're gonna involve them to the co-launch together. The very important thing is this NFTDuel card from the Astroboy NFTDuel. We're gonna start selling it on XANAChain. So the price will be based on the XETA token. That the price depending on the price of XETA token at the minting day or day or 2. So make sure you want to have a XETA token on the XANAChain to prepare to purchase these NFTs. This is going to be really helpful because of these several reasons. Reason 1, this NFTDuel card is not expensive NFTs. It's actually really cheap. One NFT pack is involving 5 cards. That means each card is only $4, right? And you don't want to pay $1 each as a gas fee to buy and sell or order the NFTs, right? It's a 20% or 25% of the actual NFT price is gonna be disappeared for the gas fee, and no one wants that, of course. So we have to make it cheaper, and then the XANAChain is the best solution for it, right? At least XANAChain could reduce the gas fee over 90% of maybe more. So that's gonna gonna be really helpful. That is the one reason. And the second reason, of course, the secondary trade will be happening on the XANAChain. So we're gonna have a more traffic on XANA or XANAria marketplace, and those users will be eventually converted into our users. So that original like early adopter like you guys in here who is listening these sessions, of course, we all gonna appreciate the new people to coming into our ecosystem, right? It's gonna boost the usage of XANAChain, of course, because more people joining in, then more people will play the game and more people will start trading in NFTs. And then every single process, the XETA token will be consumed as a gas fee on XANAChain. So, of course, we will appreciate those new people coming in every single meeting. The third reason is this is gonna drastically improve the demand of XETA tokens, because if you're purchasing NFTs, paying in the Ethereum token, paying Ethereum as a gas fee, then it's gonna be spent for the Ethereum network. But if XETA token will be spent for as a gas or as an NFT fee or like secondary trade fee, then that's gonna all stay in our ecosystem and it's gonna circulate and it's gonna be burned. Personally, it's gonna be recirculate into our ecosystem. So like we're not gonna waste a penny. So this is the reason like we are bringing all these upcoming NFTDuel NFTs, or not even that, but also like all of the upcoming game NFT will be released on XANAChain. That's gonna definitely boost the XETA token and the XANAChain usage. So that is a plan. So please make sure, remember this part. Everything's gonna be on XANAChain by the XETA token. That is the update for the NFT side. And another two NFT large launch will be scheduled on the January 2023, January 21st. That is gonna be a XANA Penpen's launch date. That is a super cheap NFTs, and this gonna be sold in the Ethereum because we are aiming this to be highly traded in the OpenSea. So that's gonna be purpose for the promotional purpose, and also that's gonna be like some kind of like our gift and appreciation for our community members. So like we want like a larger scale of the people to coming in, and I believe the value of this XANA Penpens will go higher than if in that case it's a PFP, because then in that kind of case probably Ethereum is the best match for this kind of like market. So that is why this XANA Penpens will go to the Ethereum launched by XANA and traded in the OpenSea and XANAria on Ethereum network. So next one will be January 28th, and that's gonna be the launch day of NFTDuel Crypto Ninja. Again, this will be the NFTDuel card. That means we're gonna again release this on the XANAChain and buy the XETA token. So again, we're gonna see the huge increasement of the trading volume and the price appreciation maybe. Of course, like all of the XETA tokens spent for gas, we're gonna burn it. And of course, the maybe partial or like maybe even everything that we got for the like selling the cards of the Crypto Ninja NFTDuel card will be spent for as a reward of the NFTDuel League. Then another half of it will be spent for burning. That is our plan. So we will see. Maybe we're gonna adjust a little bit of the like allocation, how much percent we're gonna go burning and how much percent we're gonna spend for the reward. But that is a basic plan. Basically, like we're not gonna take any fees. Like we're gonna basically just spend everything for the ecosystem. So that is our basic attitude for this NFTDuel. So that is why NFTDuel acting very important role in our ecosystem. Of course, basically the more people join the game, more people trade NFTs, then we will see the appreciation on the XANAChain and XETA token both. That is a plan. After that, let's see. I haven't announced anything after that, right? Let me think about some upcoming plan for the 2023, because that is something like you guys want to know. I'm gonna discuss about the upcoming games on the XANA Metaverse a little bit later. Of course, each game has its unique NFTs. I believe there's a lot of the various NFTs for the game on the Metaverse will be released in the 2023, time by time. Beside that, probably we will see, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm kind of pretty sure that we want to release a new version of XANA Genesis. I don't know like how soon it is. Maybe the middle of the year or like end of the year. We still don't know, but like I'm already having some kind of idea to have next version of XANA Genesis AI NFTs. That's gonna look very different and the function is kind of different. We're not gonna release something in the direct conflict in the current collection, but something different. So we will see. Okay, that is another plan. My another alternative plan for the XANA Genesis is that we're gonna have some kind of sub-small collection of the XANA Genesis on the XANAChain. If I talk about XANA Genesis 2 will be on the Ethereum network, then maybe some kind of smaller collection can be on XANAChain. Some of the community members says, yeah, we want a male XANA Genesis collection or some kind of collaboration of the XANA Genesis collection with some other creators or those kind of stuff. That is, I think, a good idea. We will see. Maybe I think that is a good idea to have some kind of separations. If we release a super major launch, then we're gonna probably still want to go to the Ethereum and the sub collection. Maybe we can go onto the XANAChain. So that is my basic plan of 2023. And also we have a lot of collaborations. The ones we already introduced in our past growth campaign, such as huge collaborations with the artist, the martial arts, what else? The TV show, several like famous influencers, etc., K-pop stars, and so on. Of course, we're gonna plan to release those NFTs, the collaboration NFTs, time by time. Definitely, that's gonna have a huge utility in the XANA Metaverse. That is also a plan. I think that's kind of it for now. The plan of the NFT launch on the 2023 will be the game NFTs, collaboration NFTs, and maybe newer version of the XANA Genesis, and a sub-collection of XANA Genesis on XANAChain. That's gonna be pretty much a lot. So already, let's not plan too much. Let's be realistic, but that is kind of plan for 2023. Land, we are not sure how much land we're gonna release on the 2023. We will see the actual demand, how far we can go, how far this XANA Metaverse app can go, and how many people will start joining or building things on the XANA Metaverse. If the demand is really high, then we can consider like maybe we can sell a little bit, newer lands. If demand is really high, then we can maybe release a little bit larger scale of the land, but never too much. That's my strong policy that supply should never exceed a demand. So that is why our past collection is always kind of succeed, because we never oversupply NFTs against the demand. So we're gonna continue this trend for the 2023 as well, of course. So we will see for the land. I don't say zero, but not never too much. That is the plan for the NFTs 2023. Let me go to the update of the applications, because we are having a several great update for the application side as well. Majorly, that's gonna be the XANA Metaverse app and NFTDuel, XANA Builder, and several web app. So let me go one by one. Let me talk about the update of the XANA Metaverse app. This gonna be kind of good and a big update this time, because we spent over like past 1 or 2 months to prepare this big update. The update will be for mainly an avatar. So like you will definitely see a huge improvement on the avatars, like especially for the skin textures, shaders, and the light reflections and everything. Those are hugely updated. We involved like a lot of details. We are like not adding everything at once, but week by week, we are just keep adding those new materials, such as like more face parts, more hairstyles, some kind of makeup, and shapes. That is the assets, like of course the clothes or shoes, right? And not only that, we're gonna provide more function for the customizations. So you can definitely modify so much more for this new avatars, because we are providing the full customized tool for the avatars for you to build your own favorite avatars. For example, you can just create something basic by choosing some kind of preset, right? You can start working on this preset, like, okay, I want have a bigger eyes, or I want my eyes colors to be like that, or I want this hair color to be like a little bit more like this, and I want to purchase a new clothes. That you can keep customizing on avatar by provide a new avatar builder inside of the Metaverse app. Just remember, this function will be like keep added time by time. So you will see probably, let's say, you will see like super detailed eyes customization this week. Then probably in the next week or next week, you have a full customization for your face shapes, eyebrow shapes, those kind of stuff. So it's gonna be keep increase time by time. If the version I want for XANA avatar builder is if 2.0, then now we can say this is like a 1.4 or 1.5. But we already reached at that level because we spent almost like more than half a year to improve the avatar. And now it kind of getting my favorite level like halfway. So we will see the another halfway to be done in upcoming maybe 2 to 3 months. And we're going to just keep updating time by time. Okay. So that is about the XANA and the XANA avatar builder. Another huge update about XANA Metaverse is the implementation of the user-generated world. The test application that I'm already using now that I can start visiting our DAO members created world. And that's so adorable. I really love it. Like before, I was just like, seeing their build their world through the videos because the most of the DAO members, like they keep posting the videos of their creations, their great world and how to make this video in SNS, sometimes Twitter or YouTube, right? So I was just keep watching it and oh my God, like he's such a talented and like this is amazing masterpiece, whatever. I was feeling so excited to see that and now I can actually start visiting them. That's so exciting. So I hope you definitely like it. That's gonna inspire you more that if you're visiting somebody else's world, then that's gonna definitely inspire you like, oh, now we are seeing, now we know, now we are talking what the really Metaverse is and what really the XANA builder do. So I'm very excited about this update and XANA side is already ready to accept the world which is created by the XANA builder. One thing is that you need to publish the world from the XANA builder side to make it visitable in XANA Metaverse. So don't forget this process. It's not really automatic. It's just not like you create it automatically. It's there. It's not like that because you want to make sure to build your world well first. Once it's ready for the other user to visit, then you can do the publishment. So you can publish it, then other people can start visiting in XANA Metaverse. So don't forget this process, okay? We're gonna probably release the blog how-to manual guide and somewhere in the next week for you to know like how to do the publishment and how to visit other people's world, etc. So don't worry, it's very easy process. So that is a major update of the XANA Metaverse side. As I said, XANA Builder side also has this update. So we're gonna have a world publish function in the XANA Builder. So this is a process. Now, this has two phases, I think. If you have a XANA builder and you publish the world, then probably there'll be some kind of filtering process that our internal team, just only the beginning, 2 or 3 weeks, just to make sure the qualities and everything. Maybe we're gonna just manually pick the worlds from the ones you guys published. But slowly, once the quality is getting better and everybody is getting used to the flows, then we're gonna make it more fully automatic. So as soon as you publish the world, then you will see it in the application. But maybe on the first 2 to 3 weeks, let us just make sure the world is working and there is no bugs or etc. After that, we will help you to publish it. That's kind of filtering process in the beginning only. The great part of this test term is that you do not need a land yet for maybe 2 to 3 weeks maximum. So during this time, you can just make sure you can take it as a test term. If you really like it, you can start considering to purchase the land and actually publish your world from the builder to XANA. Because from the maybe around January, only the landowner can start publishing the world to the metaverse. That is the largest utility of the XANA land NFTs, just we wanted to make sure. But just also we want to make sure safe launch. So that is why we are just having some kind of a test term. So this test term, you don't need the land NFT. That is about the land. Now you're already seeing that you can choose the land size before you create the world, right? So it depends on how big land you have in the wallet. Then you can plan ahead. Okay, I have a 2x2 land and I have 4x4 land. Then you can select those sizes in the beginning before you start creating the world. Then that world that you create will be the perfect match for your land size. This should be considered when you are selling the world as well. We are not activated this function yet. This is a little bit time taking because we have to implement this function in Xanadu, but hopefully in the January, we're gonna open these functions that you can directly upload your world as an NFTs to sell it on Xanadu to earn XETA token. So that is a process. You're gonna open the Xana builder. Of course, you want to log in with your wallet. Other than that, we are constantly keep adding the assets. Last week, we added around 400 assets, right? And I hope you liked it. And we just keep constantly working on the more and more assets. So you will see those asset increasement time by time. And now it's a great time. Everything is free. Maybe in the future, we don't know. Probably that's going to require some tokens or whatever. But now it is a test term. So everything is free. So I recommend you want to try earlier than others. Okay? It's sooner is better than later. Okay. So that is about the update for the Xana builder. On the other side, NFTDuel. Okay? After the last test league, we are constantly working on the ability. And now it is getting finally done. So we will see within this week or latest next week, we will give you the new NFTDuel app update for you guys, and you guys can start testing the abilities. Now that abilities will make your game so much more strategic and interesting. The ability is not super easy to remember, but like once you get used to it, it's gonna be helpful, and that's excitement so much more than before. Before was like more like the card versus cards, and more HP, the more attack will wins, and that's reducing the opponent's defense power and opponent characters, and use strong elements against the others. Those kind of simple game, right? But if we start implementing the abilities, that's seriously another level. That is the one thing. And not this time, but like maybe in the next update, we will have the special VFX effect for every abilities. We did some of the sneak peeks in last week, and I hope you like it. That's gonna be super cool, right? For example, you use some kind of ability on the ULTRAMAN, then that card will pop up some kind of animations and the a lot of bigger visual effect to attack opponent. So that's what we are working on right now. As this amount is really huge because we have to make like 40s, or like if we involve the Astroboy, maybe more than 80s or something, huge amount of effect we have to work on. So this is a little bit time taking, but we are working on it. But before that, even without those visual fancy thing, you can start like using this abilities. So that's no worry. So we're going to deliver this one as soon as possible. That is the NFTDuel side. And as I said, probably we'll try our best to involve the Astroboy card within hopefully December. And because January, the larger scale of the collaboration is upcoming, which is the NFTDuel Crypto Ninja collaboration, right? And I believe that collaboration will bring a huge amount of new users. So because Ninja DAO, they're like one of the largest communities in Japan. There's a huge amount of NFT holders in over there, and they love this Crypto Ninja. I'm very sure, I'm very confident about like a lot of people start joining in, then that's gonna make our test league so much more fun, make the competition higher, but it's fun, right? Yeah, we will see. Before that, we have to make sure that Astroboy goes live, Crypto Ninja goes live, and all of the visual, the special effect, and so on should be updated in the game. That's the things that we want to make sure everything before the January release for the smooth onboarding for the new people. So that is the plan. If we can do it early, then probably we want to have another test league, which is test league season 3, I believe, in somewhere in the December, so that everybody can just start like, testing and using the ability cards to start learning to welcome new members from the January. That's a plan. One more thing about the NFTDuel. As you guys know, this is still a test phase of NFTDuel, so that is why we are not requiring any actual NFTs for you guys. So like as soon as you connect the wallet detects your Genesis card, the Alpha Pass card, then we're providing some kind of test cards, right? You do not really have to own it because we are providing it. This test league number 3, we will probably do as the same because the main purpose of this test league 3 will be a test of the abilities to make sure the ability work properly when the massive amount of users start playing at the same time. So that is things we want to make sure this time. After that, probably test league season 4, by the during you guys are enjoying this season 3, we should be ready for the on-chain version of NFTDuel. So once that is implemented, then everything is changes. Now we are doing the game fully on-chain. That means every asset will be live asset of the NFTs. You can only use the NFTs that you actually own inside of that wallet that you connect to the game. That is a huge difference. And of course, the reward also will be a real token. We are thinking about the XETA token, but don't worry about the inflations because this is a free game, free mode, then you can start playing freely. And then you are like just having a fun or experiments or like practice so that you don't have to spend anything, but you are not earning anything. But if we go to the actual league, then this is the same as esport tournament. So that you're gonna spend some of the tokens in the beginning to join the games and the league, etc. And then in the end of the day, we will distribute a reward just like we are doing in the test league, but larger scale of the people and more amount. That's gonna be the difference. So according to this logic is as long as we are only distributing this certain amount which is not exceeding this some amount which has been spent by gamers, then this data token will not be inflated. That is a very important part. Okay, no one in here wants to see XETA token inflations. No one, simply no one. But if we just keep creating here is a new token, here is a new token, here is a new token, then first that's gonna confuse people, right? And the second, XETA token's value is not directly integrated with the games if that way. So we don't want that, and we change the plans that like to provide all of the games on XANAChain with spending XETA token. That is the main purpose. So that is why this game will only affect to becoming a deflation model, not an inflation model. That's something that I really want to add here. That is about the NFTDuel. Another funny things about the NFTDuel is that from the Crypto Ninja, we will have actual voice actors. We did some kind of auditions from the DAO members and the Ninja DAO members, XANA DAO members, and several great guys have a great voice. They record a very interesting voice, a professional voice to our games. So we did the audition. We almost pick 90% or 95% done so that those voices will actually coming to live. So while you guys are playing the card games, you will actually might hear your own voice, the voice of another DAO members. And there's already some kind of professional people is involved. They are like a professional or semi-professional voice actors, and they are already in the XANA DAO or Ninja DAO. So those guys are providing like really amazing works. So I'm really excited and then can't wait to let you experience this voice act. We are of course also planning to have our ULTRAMAN and the Astroboy cars to have a voice actor as well. Because the language wise, the NFTDuel Crypto Ninja should be in Japanese, but the ULTRAMAN and Astroboy should be in English. So it's a little bit time taking, but we are doing. Yeah, we will see. 2023, definitely we want every card to have a super visual effects and of course the voiceovers for each card. So that is a plan for the NFTDuel. I think that's it for the introduction of the new application update. And one update is that we made token bridge. Besides of the multi-chain, we made thing called a one-way bridge. This only work for the XETA token from the major network to coming into XANAChain, not the opposite. Unfortunately, we cannot do the opposite, but this one way is possible. And this is we already done. So maybe like tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we will have some kind of announcement that we're going to distribute the how-to guide. Even without guide, this is understandable because it's super easy process. So it's pretty straightforward. So what is the use case for this one? This major use case is that if you purchase some XETA token in the exchanges, you want to stake it, or you want to spend it for the game, or you want to buy NFTs, right? And now this bridge will be needed until our partner exchange accepts XANAChain. That conversation is already ongoing. You will probably see if the earliest this month, but like latest next month, you will see the several exchanges will have a XANAChain. If that, then this bridge is not even needed. You can just directly withdraw your XETA token from the exchange on XANAChain, and you can just send it to wherever your own wallet to connect the XANA's game, or connect that wallet to the XANAria to start trading NFTs and etc. So that is the one additional thing. Even before that, we can already provide XETA token bridge. So whenever it's needed, you can use this one, okay? And this one, compared to the GameFi, this is actually super cheap. The fee is really much less. If you are considering to use a multi-chain, you can still use it to convert the asset in the XANAChain to the major chains like Avalanche or Ethereum. That's something only multi-chain can do. But if you're coming from other network to the XANA network, then our own bridge is so much cheaper and faster solutions. Actually, some of you guys having a confusion about multi-chain. They have their own role, and they need to have at least 3 transactions to be happening to execute that bridge. That means if you make an order of the bridging, then it might not gonna get reflected immediately. That means the bridge cannot be done at almost the same time. But whenever yourself or other users create 2 more transactions, then that's gonna trigger the first order. So that's a little bit difficult part. When you're doing things on the time sensitive, then we should come up with some better way. But that's simply how the multi-chain work. So you have to wait 3 confirmations. But except that, that's almost the best bridging platform at this time in this world. You can definitely feel safe. They're not like experiencing any kind of major bugs and stuff in the past 1 or 2 years. That's pretty trustable. That's it. So you can just use our own multi-chain bridge separately for different kind of purpose. Another website update is that XANAGenesis. Okay, so we already completed our real-time emotion control function for XANAGenesis. So now it's ready to move. Some of the users already got the animation plugin from our XETA token staking, and they applied implementation. So now we are working on it. Maybe like in 1 to 2 weeks, you will see that your XANAGenesis start having animations and having emotions and reactions while you're talking to her. So okay, that's a very exciting process, and I can't wait to show you guys. That is the web app side. Another website update is the Rooster land. So some of you guys know, if you're purchasing a Rooster Fighter in the pre-sale or whitelist sale, and when was that? Was it April this year or May in this year? Sorry, I already forgot. That was a long time ago. It feels like a year ago for me because time flies. But anyway, the owner of the Rooster Fighter in the whitelist can start getting in, start claiming Rooster Fighter land, which is some place in the XANA Metaverse. That's going to be locked for 1 year, but you can definitely use it to deploy your world. So that is a great part. We are on the very final step. So I hope within this week means week of the December 12th to the 17th, somewhere in here, we are trying our best to open this function to claim the Rooster Fighter land. Okay, so just please remember these few notifications. This land claim is address 1 NFTs. Okay, so if you purchase like multiple Rooster NFTs, you are not getting the multiple lands because this is just like a free gift type of thing. So just remember the 1 address, 1 NFT maximum, no matter how many Rooster you have. That's the first point. And the second point, it's going to be on XANAChain. So you have to connect your wallet on XANAChain to this minting site. And the trade will be happening on the XANAria because XANAria will be the only one marketplace which have XANAChain at this moment. Next year, we don't know. Like we're gonna have more and more partners who implement the XANAChain. But at this point, there's only Xanaria. So like you want to trade in here. And the third point, it is 1 year locked starting from the minting date. You cannot sell or you cannot stake, but you can use it to deploy the lands. That is a major difference. And if we have another, not staking, but another utility related to the metaverse or related to the game, then even this Lucifer land should be usable. I cannot say 100% exact now because we are still figuring out how the land can be useful for some of the metaverse game. But once it's confirmed, then of course, even it is under the lock, we will try our best to make it usable. Okay, that is our fourth point. What else about the Lucifer Fighter land? Again, someday in next week, we're probably trying our best to have a custom thumbnail on the XANA land map. Now you can only see the cells, different type of the color of the cells for you to know which is the common land, which is the rare land, etc., etc. But we are soon changing that to the actual icon of the owner. So owner can freely set the owner's icon and also the thumbnail of the land to be placed directly on the map. So without clicking, other people can immediately know, oh, what kind of world you're working on, or which world is yours and which world is whose. It's going to be recognizable from the one site. That is the another update for the XANA land web app. This is still a little bit future, but we're also working on the NFT bridge. So some of the existing NFT in the other network, you want that to be on XANAChain to start using in a game. And this process, as this is a little bit complicated process and we don't want you to spend any fees. So that is why we'll try our best to just airdrop it. Instead of airdrop, we're gonna burn the original NFTs. And we're gonna, of course, airdrop the exact same NFT, but on XANAChain. So technically that is completely new NFT because it's the asset on the different chain. But I think this is not the PFP, but it's a game asset. So I believe this is not going to make any issue. You'll be also able to do the bridging by yourself, maybe around in the January. But we're trying before that, even without let you spend any fee or gas fees or time, we will just probably airdrop it. We will have some kind of new guidance about this matter a little bit later. Okay, so please remember that one. So now, tomorrow will be the announcement day of the XANA DAO MVP for December. I saw all of the nominated work and I introduced in my podcast today, this morning. That was just fantastic. I was just surprised, how many people are committing this creation in XANA and keep delivering super valuable content. And I feel so happy. And I truly appreciate every single person who are creating the content in XANA. So this day, tomorrow will be the reward day. We are not doing anything, but community members voted each nominate guys. Then tomorrow we're gonna just announce who got the best vote. First prize will get a XETA token and NFTs and etc. Second is prize will be also the token and NFTs. And third to 10th, it's going to be the NFTs. That's going to be the reward. We're also thinking about to increase that one somehow. Still planning. As more and more people coming in, then we want to reconsider about the amount. That is about the MVP. And also the November, right? That was the last month of November. So what we are announcing the winners tomorrow is the winners of the November. Okay, don't mix up, okay? And the December section, it is already starting. So everybody is start doing the actions, taking the actions, doing the fun art or secondary collections or the Genesis chat or world deployment, etc. Already a lot of XANA DAO members starting the activities for the December award. But this is still early. This is still 10th of the December. You still gonna have 3 weeks at least, right? Until the end of the December. Yeah, like if you haven't tried it yet, and this is a great time to start, it is not too much people attending the MVP event because it's going to require a lot of energy and time. That has a still space, the space of the growth for the every new people. Some of the DAO members, they started like those kind of 3D creations of video editing just like a month ago. And now they're already getting rewarded because they learn very quick and their work is so amazing and they have a so passionate about the activities. So we're so happy about that. I can say now is a great time to start to catch up. It is so much easier to be on top or to be chosen than 1 year later or like half a year later because more time goes by and then more people coming into XANA, right? So like the competition will be definitely higher. That is about XANA DAO MVP. Please just take a look on the XANA Discord and you will see some channel called nominated works. So if you look at this section, you will see like so much amazing works of the DAO members. I was so inspired actually. You can also like start learning about that, reframe those things and make your own style. I really want to see the new people start joining on this December competition. While we are keep improving our XANA world builder, which we are getting great feedback from the creators and the DAO members that it's improving a lot actually compared to the first launch of the 2 months ago. This improved a lot. So now I believe this is very competitive already to compare with the other kind of builder type of the applications out there in the market. This is already like really great. And not only that, we are constantly updating it and adding a new super functions, which is called the game builder. The XANA game builder is not individual application, but this is going to be a built-in XANA builder so that you can create the world and the game together in this XANA builder. That's going to be easier, right? On the one side, you can just designing your world. Okay, what kind of world it is, what's the concept, what's the atmosphere, and so on. And in the next moment, you can really start thinking about, okay, let's make it as a game. Maybe like some crazy animals start coming from this forest, or you can probably get biohazard type of the zombie game in your world, or like anything you can think of, you can realize. And we all keep developing the tools for you to create the actual game without coding knowledge. If you learn the coding knowledge, then of course you can do anything. But our purpose is the mass adoptions to be loved and used by more and more people. Then it has to be easy and it has to be fast to learn. So that is why we are just really focusing on not the code, but actually the visualization of the application. So even though you don't read the super extensive manuals, you can just directly start opening the app and start touching it. That's gonna directly guide you to learn how to do the things because it's super easy. And now we will see the game building function in there very soon. The developer is already working on it time by time. As soon as the one's ready, then we're going to implement one and another. That is about the game builder. Some of the collaborations, which is like a Run for Money, the Flagria, or the other games we are collaborating, we of course bring them into the XANA Metaverse. So that's going to be some kind of a game in the XANA Metaverse, as same as the user-generated games. So you can imagine this is kind of, Web3 version of Roblox or kind of stuff. That's easy to imagine, right? Yeah, so that is what we are working on right now. I think this is everything, right? I think I introduced all of the updates. Okay, that's gonna be it for this week. And one thing to add, we are planning to have a XANA growth campaign in somewhere around the 3rd week of December. This gonna continue like around 1 week. We're gonna have a huge update and more like this business development side. Not only Japan, but we have another country's business development a lot recently. So we're gonna keep announcing those kind of a huge achievement to make you excited. Okay, so let's spend another great week and we will see you in the next week. Okay, thank you so much. And please don't forget to stay tuned for the update informations and all the links and tweet because we are constantly distributing new application update. And I want you to start using it immediately and give us great feedbacks. Okay? Thank you so much and have a great weekend and see you in next one. Bye bye.